What did the wise men say after they offered up their gifts of gold and frankincense?
Do you want a gift receipt with that?
No. They said, wait, there's myrrh.
Oh, I get it. That's so funny.
What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire?
I don't know.
Frostbite.
Oh.
What do you call Santa when he stops moving?
Dead?
Santa paws.
Oh. That works too.
What's the absolute best Christmas present?
It's PG. I don't know. What is it?
A broken drum, because you can't beat it.
I like it. Merry Christmas, everyone. It is currently
Christmas Eve,
which means Christmas is tomorrow. Santa's getting ready. Well, I guess he's on his way to some places at least.
Yeah.
Pretty sure America is like his last stop.
Yeah, gotta save the best for last.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve. Oh my goodness. This is, I don't know, I feel like I say this every year, but this year went by so fast.
Especially this last month. I was talking to some people at work yesterday, and like thinking about it, December has gone by so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah. It's like you blink and you go from the 1st to the 21st.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
I guess the 24th, since that's today.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. Do you have any exciting news or life updates, Myles, that you want to share?
I'm starting a new job soon. January 9th.
Way to go. So proud of you.
Thanks. Making my way up in the world.
That's fun. And you're also hopefully starting school next semester.
Yeah.
We gotta get that figured out. But the problem is that they like close down the school for the holidays, and so you have like a 2-day window.
And then with the cold weather and everything that we had, they also were and the I guess snow squalls that we were having, they closed it down a couple times, so it was impossible to get in.
Yeah, this snowstorm has been insane across America. Like Seattle got that ice storm. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Basically, like, I don't know if it was rain or what, but they got a lot of moisture that was more than just snow, and it froze over completely.
Oh.
So the whole city of Seattle was just ice, and there's videos all over the internet of cars sliding down hills and people sliding down their driveways and sidewalks and things like that.
That would suck.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah. And then Buffalo, New York had a record-breaking snowstorm where they got like 6 feet in like 24 hours of snow, and then they were still projected to get like 36 more inches, and like it was insane.
Interesting. Well, cool. I mean, not cool, but like, yeah. I don't know. They were saying that, I mean, all through America, there was like the coldest weather that we've had in decades. I know that's what they were saying for at least here.
Yeah, well, in Cheyenne, which is where we're from, the temperature dropped like 40 degrees in less than an hour.
Yeah.
It was almost like 1 degree a minute. It was insane.
Yeah, it was really crazy.
Okay. Sorry, we had a little bit of an interruption. Harper woke up from her nap. So she is going to be a little bit in the background if you hear her toys or her, yeah, like a little Christmas treat for you guys.
Harper, do you want to say hi to everyone?
You say hello. She's totally grinning. She loves the attention. Harper, what does a lion say? Rah. Good job. What does an elephant say? Good job. Anyways, we will continue on like normal, but if you hear things in the background, that is what's going on.
That is our baby.
This is going to be really fun to edit.
Yep.
Okay, we messaged a bunch of people trying to get like Christmas traditions, Christmas stories to share today. So that's kind of what our episode is going to be focused on today. But that's kind of what we're going to be doing today, is just sharing people's like Christmas traditions, as well as our own and like favorite Christmas memories. And most of the ones that we have are from close friends and family. So thank you to everyone who shared your stories. We're excited to share them here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you everyone for sending those. Because a couple of them were pretty late notice, but...
Oh, yeah. I messaged you guys like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get started then. All right, let's start with Paige. This is Paige's favorite memory growing up with Christmas. So she said, growing up, we used to have a homemade book of Christmas stories. There was one for every night from December 1st to Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve was obviously the Nativity. Up until then, there were various stories about family experiences, Christmas miracles, or fun, lighthearted stories. We would read each night, and we all have our favorites. We got the book from our grandma, and we'll still request the favorites, even though we usually don't get to be together for the full 24 days.
That's kind of sweet.
Yeah, that's cool. She sent me her favorite one, so I can read that too. Okay, Wallace Perling's version of the true meaning of Christmas. So it says, the following is my favorite Christmas story other than scripture, of course. This is not only heartwarming, but illustrates much of the heart of Christmas, of what Christmas is about. I hope you will take a little time to read it. It is entitled Trouble at the Inn, written by Wallace Perling. I hope he forgives me for posting it without his permission. It says that in quotes. So whoever posted it on the blog said that. Trouble at the Inn. For years now, whenever Christmas pageants are talked about in a certain little town in the Midwest, someone is sure to mention the name of Wallace Perling. Wally's performance in one annual production of the Nativity play has slipped into the realm of legend. But the old-timers who were in the audience that night never tire of recalling exactly what happened. Wally was 9 that year and in 2nd grade. Though he should have been in the 4th, most people in town knew he had difficulty in keeping up. He was big and clumsy, slow in movement and mind. Still, Wally was well liked by other children in his class, all of whom were smaller than he. You want some water?
You got it?
Here. All of whom were smaller than he, though the boys had trouble hiding their irritation when the uncoordinated Wally would ask to play ball with them. Most often, they would find a way to keep him off the field, but Wally would hang around anyway, not sulking, just hoping. He was always a helpful boy, a willing and smiling one, and the natural protector, paradoxically, of the underdog. Sometimes, if the older boys chased the younger ones away, it would always be Wally who'd say, "Can't they stay? They're no bother." Wally fancied the idea of being in the Christmas pageant this year as a shepherd with a flute, but the play's director, Miss Lombard, assigned him to a more important role. After all, she reasoned, the innkeeper did not have too many lines, and Wally's size would make his refusal of lodging to Joseph more forceful. And so it happened that the usual large partisan audience gathered for the town's Yuletide extravaganza of the crooks and creches.
Huh?
Crooks and creches? Creche? Of beards, crowns, halos, and a whole stage full of squeaky voices. No one on the stage or off was more caught up in the magic of the night than Wallace Perling. They said later that he stood in the wings and watched the performance with such fascination from time to time, Miss Lombard had to make sure he didn't wander on stage before his cue. Then the time came when Joseph appeared, slowly, tenderly guiding Mary to the door of the inn. Joseph knocked hard on the wooden door, set into the painted backdrop. Wally, the innkeeper, was there, waiting. "What do you want?" Wally said, swinging the door open with a burlesque gesture. "We seek lodging." "We'll seek it somewhere else." Wally looked straight ahead and spoke vigorously. "The inn is filled." "Sir, we have asked everywhere in vain. We have traveled far and are very weary." "There is no room for you in this inn." Wally looked properly stern. "Please, good innkeeper, this is my wife, Mary. She is heavy with child and needs a place to rest. Surely you must have some small corner for her. She is so tired."
Mama.
Yeah, mama.
Now, for the first time, the innkeeper relaxed his stiff stance and looked down at Mary. With that, there was a long pause, long enough to make the audience a bit tense with embarrassment. Finally, the prompter whispered from the wings, "Wally, your line, it's, 'No, be gone!'" And Wally repeated automatically, "No, be gone!" So Joseph sadly placed his arms around Mary, and Mary laid her head upon her husband's shoulder, and the two of them started to move away. The innkeeper, however, did not return inside his inn. Wally stood there in the doorway, watching the forlorn couple. His mouth was open, his brow creased with concern, his eyes filling unmistakably with tears. And suddenly this Christmas pageant became different from all the others. "Don't go, Joseph," Wally called out. "Bring Mary back." And Wallace Perling's face grew into a bright smile. "You can have my room." I think that's it. I think that's the end of it.
You okay?
Yeah, that was just really cool. Oh, I love that story. That was really sweet.
Yeah, that was a really good story.
Dang, it's making me emotional, Paige. What the heck? I wish that's how, the original Christmas story went, because how powerful was that?
Right.
But what a cool experience that this town got to see that young boy. This 9-year-old little boy with such a heart,
Yeah. What a guy.
Okay, let's move on before I start weeping.
Okay. So next one, these are ones from my family specifically. Did you want to share the one about Mariah, or do you want me to?
Go ahead.
Okay. So my little sister Mariah, so when we moved to the States, we discovered this YouTube video, and it was a lip-synced version of All Holy Night. The only thing is that this version of the song was performed by someone who is very off key. It's just the funniest thing. And so every year around Christmas time, someone will send it in the chat. Usually my brother-in-law Alex, he'll send it in the chat and be like, "Merry Christmas, everyone," and then we'll all just kind of watch that video. And I could probably post the link in the description of the episode, but it's just one of those things that we all just like to watch every Christmas. And
I remember the first time I watched that. I mean, obviously it was the first Christmas that we were married.
Yeah.
And Alex, our brother-in-law, your brother-in-law, he sent it in our family group chat and was like, "Here you go, everyone." And everyone's like, "Yes, this is amazing. Yeah." And I did not understand. And so I clicked on it and I was happening? Like, what in the world? Why are you guys so obsessed with this?
It's just because it's super funny.
So that's Mariah's favorite tradition?
Yeah, I guess so.
You should play part of it.
Okay, let me see.
Just like a 10-second clip. Good job, anyway, Harper.
It just gets better from there. So like I said, I'll add the link to that video in the episode description, but it's pretty freaking funny.
Yeah. What's even funnier is just how obsessed with it your family is.
Yeah, that's probably true. So I guess that's Mariah's favorite tradition.
All right, let me pull up Haley's.
Okay.
So this is my little sister Haley. One year we went on a Christmas light scavenger hunt, and we did it with the family in Idaho. So this is my family in Wyoming and my family in Idaho, like my extended family.
Bless you.
Bless you. We had a list of things to find in a group chat with everyone. It was very fun. Okay, but yeah, we didn't participate that year because I think it was last year when we had our little newborn and didn't want to leave the house. But
still don't.
Everyone was like in this group chat messaging each other and driving around their respective towns, and it sounded like they had a good time, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Christmas light scavenger hunt.
So is that just like when you have like a list of things that you need to find?
Yeah,
as far as Christmas light? Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know where they got the list, but everyone had the same list, And it was almost like a bingo type thing, but it was more just like get as many from the list as you can.
I see.
And so you just drive around town until you find those things. So I'm sure there was like the Grinch, Santa Claus, creepy Santa. Just kidding.
That'd be pretty cool though. That sounds like a really fun. Because we ourselves like looking at Christmas lights. I think we mentioned it last week in our last week episode. But we love going looking at Christmas lights every Christmas Eve and
Yeah, so we're gonna do that tonight. No scavenger hunt, but we will
watch
go.
Die Hard.
Yes. Yeah, so our plans for tonight, since we're talking about that, we are going to make homemade pizza, go watch Christmas lights, and watch Die Hard.
Yep. Except Papa will be in bed by the time we're watching Die Hard, so she won't have to listen to swearing and gunshots and stuff.
I've never seen Die Hard, so
yep, that'll change.
This is going to be fun. Speaking of making homemade pizza, that is Emma's favorite tradition, is making homemade pizza on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
So thanks, Emma. Thanks, Haley, as well.
That's a good idea. We maybe one of these days when Harper's a little bit older and she understands things, we should go on a Christmas light scavenger hunt.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So the next one we got. Oh, so my sister Megan, older sister Megan. She shared a couple of things. So she also goes looking at Christmas lights and drinks hot chocolate with her little family. And then this one's actually really cool. This one impressed me a lot. Is they give gifts anonymously to people who are financially struggling, people that they know of that are financially struggling. So they'll like anonymously drop off gifts to them. And I think that's really cool. And then also opening a a gift on Christmas Eve. We usually do PJs on Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. And that's always fun.
Do they do like the pajamas on Christmas Eve, or do they do like a specific, like a different gift?
I think it might be just a different gift.
That's cool.
And then reading The Night Before Christmas on the night before Christmas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Isn't that also your mom's favorite memory?
Yes. Yeah.
The night before Christmas.
Oh yeah. So that's something that that I also mentioned last week is like when we were kids, one of our traditions was Mum or Dad would sit in the middle of our rooms and read The Night Before Christmas. I think if I remember correctly, it was mainly Mum who did it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that one was a lot of fun.
That's cool. I wonder if that's what comes to mind when she says that, because she said like reading the night before Christmas. That's probably like a sweet memory for her, is just reading that to you guys.
Yeah.
That's sweet. I like that.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks, Megan. Thanks, Melody. All right. Let me share Alyssa's. All right. So one Christmas Eve, our favorite missionaries in our ward who had bonded with the family got special permission to be in P-Day clothes and spend the whole day with us. So for those of you who are not members of the LDS Church, let me just explain this lingo. So this is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Every area has what they call is a ward, and it's just the geographical location. Kind of like a school district, but it's for church instead. Mm-hmm. So missionaries, those are the boys in the white shirts and ties, or the girls in their dresses with their name tags. They're each assigned to different wards, different areas throughout the world. And then P-Day is the preparation day, which is kind of like
a break day.
A break day, yeah, where they get to like talk to their families and go shopping and do things like that, like go play basketball and just kind of like relieve some of that stress. Mm-hmm. So now that that's been said, let me start over. One Christmas Eve, our favorite missionaries in our ward who had bonded with my family got special permission to be in P-Day clothes and spend the whole day with us. It was the best. But the best part of the day was Christmas Eve night. As per tradition, Santa came right after dinner and ran around the house in a game of tag. What Santa do you guys have? Mine never did that.
Mine either.
No, that sounds cool though. At one point, he opens the door and pelts little presents at us from his sack and then runs away again. Now, the kids are never allowed outside because it's too cold, but this year we had the missionaries chase him around the house until they got him. They brought him inside holding both of his arms so he couldn't get away. We got a picture and then let Santa go. He ran away again, and that was that. There was a lot of laughing that night. That's the end.
Nice. Thanks,
that sounds
Alyssa.
like fun.
I want to throw presents at people. Just kidding.
No, that's cool that they had Santa
Yeah.
involved. Sounds like a good time.
Well, thanks for sharing, Alyssa.
Yeah, thanks, Alyssa.
All right. So the next one, this was actually one that I wanted to mention last week as well, but when it came to the time of recording, I forgot about it. But this one, actually, my dad mentioned, and this was when we were kids, we would go to a Christmas tree farm. It was always the same one. And we would go and try to find the best... You okay? The best Christmas tree. And that was really fun because it was, it was a farm, it was on a farm and everything, and we would hang on to the side of the car, like on the outside, and Dad would drive, and we would try to spot the biggest and prettiest Christmas tree that we could find, and
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
That's cool. Oh, to have or Christmas in Australia.
Yeah, it's weird. A lot of people ask me about it, like, is it weird having Christmas in America? I'm like, well, no. And here's the thing. Let me explain this as well. So the reason why it's not weird for us, because Australia's in the southern hemisphere, so we have Christmas during the summertime. So it's quite often beach cricket and barbecues and just stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So the reason why it's not weird transitioning to Christmas during the winter is because you see that in the media. Like, all the songs are White Christmas, and movies are, Hallmark movies specifically, romantic kissing scenes in the snow on Christmas time and just stuff like that. So, like, you expect it.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the weirdest part is not having Christmas in the summer, like celebrating during winter activities. But other than that, it's not that weird. At least for me, it wasn't.
Sounds like movies and television shows really just prepped you for it. Whereas if it were the other way around, like if we were to go to Australia for Christmas, it would be really bizarre for me because Christmas during wintertime is ingrained in every fiber of my being.
And now your family is in Hawaii right now.
Yeah, which, I mean, my parents and my sisters, they're having a good old time in Hawaii. But yeah, they are going to be there on Christmas Day, and they're going to wake up and do Christmas and then go to the beach. Yep. Like, that's weird. I mean, like, good for you, but it's just so interesting.
We should try it one year.
Okay, sure. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is actually from my dad. So he says his favorite Christmas memory / tradition is we used to go to see a movie on Christmas Day to use the gift cards that we got in our stockings. So that was something that every year we got in our stockings, was like a little paper coupon made by Mom and Dad that was like good for one movie. And usually we all wanted to use it that day. Mm-hmm. I remember kind of building off of my dad's favorite thing is, I remember there was one year that I got dressed up in all of my clothes that I got for Christmas, including my new mud purse. And I put my coupon in the purse, and then we went and watched a movie. I want to say it was Shrek.
Wow, you're old. I'm just kidding.
But, you feel like $1 million because you're in your new Christmas gear. Mm-hmm. And you get this coupon from Mom and Dad. Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, Dad. Oh, and thanks, Michael.
Yeah, thanks, my dad. Yeah, that's something that we try to do as well. Did we go last year to the movies? I don't think we did.
No, because we had a newborn.
Yeah.
We did go to, we did get Chinese food.
We did get Chinese food.
But I don't think we watched a movie.
Okay.
Unless we did at home. I don't remember.
No, I don't remember either. But I remember last time we went, because on Christmas, on Christmas, you don't expect the theater to be that busy, but it was pretty busy.
Yeah, it usually is.
Is it? Mm-hmm. I remember the first year we went, it wasn't bad.
I think my family watched Harper while we went to a movie last year.
Oh, maybe. I'll look it up real quick.
Sneaking around.
Oh. So Maurice, that's my other sister. I have 3 sisters, 1 brother. So Maurice is my other sister, and she says that she misses sneaking around to see if Santa had come yet.
What?
Did you not understand me, or did you?
No, I didn't understand you.
So Maurice misses sneaking around to see if Santa has come. Yeah.
Do you have any memories to expand on that?
I mean, I do, because this is another one I mentioned last week as well. That we would wake up And one specific memory I have is I saw a bike. I saw a bike that had like a a bow on it and everything, and Christmas tree was all lit up. The fireplace was actually no, the fireplace was dead because we were asleep. But like there were a couple of man, maybe my memory is mixed up, but that's okay. But yeah, that's one thing. Like my brother would wake me up, be like, "Hey, we're gonna go look at the Christmas tree," and I'll be like, "Oh, okay." So we'd all get up, and yeah, we'll just sneak out, and yeah, it was kind of funny because the way I houseworked back then, so our rooms were at the end of the hall, and my parents was in the middle of the hall, so we had to like sneak by their room on the way because I think they slept with the door closed. I don't remember much about it. It was a while ago. But yeah, and then we would go in our living room that we kept the Christmas tree in, had these the French doors that open up to it. So and sometimes they creak, so we'd have to open it very slowly. And then we'll just go take a peek and look at all of them. And again, we never opened any of the presents. We just kind of went to see who got what, kind of. Well, not who got what, but what presents were for whom. So.
You okay? Harper and I are both sick. I was sick last week, and then I got Harper sick, and then she got me sick again.
Yep.
So we're both sick on Christmas Eve. It's fine. Myles is like has immunity superpower or something.
Maybe, I don't know. I get man colds.
You okay? Do you need a drink?
No.
You don't want a drink? Okay. No.
All right, cool. Thanks, Maurice. Love that. Okay, let's see who is next. I'm going to share Chanel's. Okay, so Chanel said that Christmas karaoke was always a classic in our home. We would also make lots of Christmas candies and cinnamon popcorn.
You like the sound of that, don't you?
I've never heard of Christmas karaoke, but that sounds like so much fun.
It's kind of like from the episode of The Office. Where they,
oh, yeah.
Like Angela. She's singing
Best version of Little Drummer Boy. Huh, Harper?
Tell them how you think about it.
She currently has her face pressed up against the microphone.
Can you tell everyone what a lion says? Good job.
Good job. But that sounds yummy. Christmas candies and cinnamon popcorn. And then she said, now we do Chinese food and a movie. Because she was with us when that tradition started. I can't remember if we started the same year that they were dating, Bryson and Chanel, or if it was the year before that we started. But that was a tradition that started with like me and my brothers when I was in high school. And Chanel became a part of that. So now that they do that as well with their family.
That's really cool. That's a fun tradition. We're doing that tomorrow.
Yes. Awesome. Thanks, Chanel. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow for Chinese food.
And a movie.
And a movie.
Awesome. Myles, do you have one that you are ready to share?
I am ready. All right. So this one is from Paige again.
This is from Paige's dad.
Paige's dad, sorry. This one's from Paige's dad. So, Paige's dad grew up in Utah. He had 23 cousins, and the parents basically all lived in the Salt Lake Valley. So his grandma would make them get dressed up in their new Christmas outfits, and they would all caravan around to each other's houses, and each grandchild was required to put their presents out of their bed and then put them on display, and all the cousins and family would see what you got, like a Christmas parade of homes.
That's funny. Oh, that's cute.
I have this one picture on Facebook that's kind of similar. So that year I got a shirt that was like a Big Bang Theory, like they showed the Big Bang Theory. And I got a snowboard. I got a whole bunch I got a scarf. Mariah actually made us all scarves that year. That was kind of fun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then what else did I get? I got a couple other things, but I wore all of it all at the same time. And there's a picture on Facebook for anyone who was on Facebook, and then they can look through. But yeah,
that's cool. I just picture these 23 little kids with presents lined up on their beds, and everyone kind of like a zoo, ooh, oh, that's cool,
Yeah.
just parading around.
That'd be so cool. That's a good idea.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Paige, for submitting that, and thank your dad for us.
Yes, thank him.
Cool. So then this one is from Lechuga.
Lechuga.
I haven't called her that in so long. Letty. Okay, so she said, I'll be honest, my family has never done anything super fancy. Our only real, quote, tradition is that we always watch the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh.
Sounds like a horror movie to me.
Yeah, Kourtney does not like the Muppets at all. She finds them very disturbing and scary.
Yeah, they're creepy. No, but I could see how that would be like a fun Christmas thing. Okay, she says, though her wife, Rin and I have started a few of our own. Like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, I burn incense and have simmer pots on the stove to make the house smell good. We should do that.
That's a good idea.
I thought about that a few days ago. I should have added that to the shopping list today.
Yeah. But yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay. So she says, we always give each other fancy snacks, so when we are done opening presents in the morning, we can sit together and play games while we munch. She says, we hope to incorporate more traditions when we have babies in the future.
Oh, yay.
But those are all for now.
Cool. Thanks, Lechuga.
Thanks, Letty and Rin.
All right, the next one we have is from Bethany.
Woo! Go Bethany.
All right, so she says, my favorite Christmas memory was when my family went to Arizona to visit family. This was probably around 2018. This trip also included going to Santa Fe, New Mexico, and Albuquerque. We spent multiple days in Florence, Arizona, hanging out with cousins and my aunt and uncle. After we left Florence, we went to the Grand Canyon, and it was actually really cold that time of year there. I think this is my favorite memory because it was the last time my siblings and I went on a trip with all of us together. Because after that, us older ones moved out and moved on with life.
Cool. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Yeah, I've been to the Grand Canyon once, and that was back in, when was that? 2000 and whenever it was. We visited the States as a family. This was when we were still living in Australia. And we went to go visit the Grand Canyon, and at this time, I was deathly afraid of heights. I would not go near the edge at all.
I don't blame you on that one. I don't really like heights either, but for me, if there's like a man-made thing keeping you safe, like a fence or something, then I'm more inclined to go look.
Right. But like, I was also afraid that someone's going to push me over.
Well, I mean, Matt is your brother. Just kidding.
I mean, I didn't say names, but
No, that's cool though.
yeah.
I love that, like taking fun trips, kind of like what we were saying with my family in Hawaii and things like that.
Yeah.
Like making cool memories on Christmas.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks, Bethany. So this next one is from Kaylee.
Thanks, Kaylee.
So Kaylee said, my favorite Christmas tradition is my grandma's bread bowls and soup. Oh, those are so good.
What kind of soup?
Yes.
All kinds. Clam chowder.
Yes. Every year she makes huge bread bowls and dyes a couple of them red and green for Christmas, and we all have some yummy soup in our yummy bowls.
That's fun.
You're making me hungry. That's fun. I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kaylee.
Bread bowls and soup. That sounds really good.
I'm like mentally thinking, how do we incorporate every single one of these stories into our traditions? Just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, I like having our own little traditions.
Yeah.
But like
Some of these are really clever.
some of these are real. Yeah. I'd be down to implement them.
All right.
To adopt them as our own. All right. So this one is from Justin. He says, we don't really have traditions besides me and my sister getting wasted and doing lottery tickets on stockings every year. Hey, that's still pretty cool though.
Yeah. I want to know. I should have asked him if he's ever won anything.
Yeah.
With those lottery tickets.
I mean, I'm sure that probably like a small amount because, I mean, he works the same job as I do, so.
So you're like, I know. Oh, that's funny.
But I'm like, yeah, if I won the lottery, heck, I'd be out of there in a flash.
It's funny because we asked Megan and Justin, who are Miles' coworkers, we asked them for stories, and they both were like, we probably should find something other than getting drunk before noon. But hey,
to each their own.
yeah, I was to say, if that's what you like to do on Christmas and that's what you like to do on Christmas, then...
No judgment at all.
All right, so this last one is from my brother Logan, and it's going to sound familiar because it's my favorite Christmas memory as well.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I remember when I was very little, we lived in our old house downtown. The Christmas tree was always outside of my room that I shared with my brother Bryson. We wanted to catch Santa in the act of putting presents under the tree, but also didn't want to get caught by our parents, so we would periodically army crawl out of our rooms and over to the tree to see if Santa had come or was still there. I remember the only lights on were the tree and the lights upstairs. We would try staying up all night, and every 20 minutes would sneak over and try to see if Santa was there. Eventually, we would fall asleep and wake up on Christmas morning to a tree covered in presents. In hindsight, our parents could definitely hear us and knew exactly what we were doing. Oh, that's so funny. I love that memory. I don't think I got up as often as they did, but I remember a few times, like, army crawling with them across the room, and my room was on the other side of the basement, and so I would like meet them in the middle where the Christmas tree was, and we would all just be like literally army crawling and being like shh shh. Oh, it's so funny.
That is really funny.
It's kind of like what Maurice was saying, like with you guys sneaking out.
I mean, every kid does it. I'm sure.
I
Papa's
wonder.
Probably gonna
Yeah,
do
I was
it.
to say, I wonder if our kids are gonna do that. Probably.
But I mean, you know how the song goes. He sees you when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Awesome. Thanks, Logan. Thanks for everyone for sharing these awesome Christmas traditions.
Yeah.
Was there anything else, Myles, like any other ones that you could think of or that came to your mind that you wanted to share?
None personally.
Okay.
Actually, Megan did share another one that I skipped over, and I only just realized it like a little bit ago.
Go ahead.
But she says that once she learned the Christmas secret, that she would be like Santa's little helper and help wrap gifts and everything, and and they would stay up. And Australia has this thing where it's always around Christmas, always on like Christmas Eve. It's when they do it, but it's called Candles by Carollight. Carols by Carols by Candlelight. Did I just have a stroke? Carols by Candlelight, and it's just exactly how it sounds. Everyone it's a big amphitheater, and it's warm outside, of course, so it's
because it's
outside,
Australia.
because it's Australia, and so they will they'll have a bunch of like famous Australian singers and some people, and they have a couple hosts, and they just host this big event, lasts for a few hours, and they just sing Christmas carols, and
oh, that's fun.
and everyone in the audience has the candles and everything. So
oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I'm excited to make Christmas memories with our kids when they're old enough to appreciate it. Like last year, Harper was 6 months old.
Yeah.
And was terrified of everything Christmas.
Yes, she didn't like wrapping paper. She didn't really like anything.
This year, she's a year and a half, and so she's excited and wants to do things. But then, like, as our kids get older, we'll be able to do more fun things, like maybe find some local carol things to go to, like your sister. Yeah. Or like what you guys did that your sister mentioned.
Well, I mean, it was broadcasted. It was a nationwide thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it was, it was broadcasted on Channel 9. I think it was Channel 9.
Anyway. Cool. Thanks, Megan.
Yeah, thank you.
So I actually looked up some Christmas traditions. And so these are the 10 most popular Christmas traditions in the United States. You ready?
Yep.
So I think I should go from 10 down to 1. Number 10 is listen to Christmas songs and go caroling, which is what we were just talking about. Uh-huh. Number 9, hide an elf on the shelf. Oh, no, yeah. Harper's shaking her head no.
You don't want to do Elf on the Shelf?
We're not doing that in our house because Mommy's too lazy for that.
What are you talking about? It's the elf that moves.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah. Elf on the Shelf, number 9. Number 8, send Christmas cards. Should we do Christmas cards maybe next year?
Maybe next year.
It's a little too late for that. Yeah. Number 7 is exchange gifts.
People do that?
Yeah. Number 6, bake Christmas cookies and decorate gingerbread houses.
Hey, we did that.
We did the gingerbread houses.
Yeah, that's what I was meaning.
Yeah. Number 5, host or join Christmas dinner.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Except we go to China
China
Chinese
buffet.
Food, so.
Okay, number 4, hang the mistletoe.
We haven't done that.
Ever.
Harper, you're forbidden from doing that too.
Number 3, string home and yard decorations.
Oh yeah,
We did that.
we did. Except the wind kind of blew away our yard decorations.
Well,
We retrieved them, but
yeah, we got woken up by our neighbor at like 7:30 in the morning.
it's just like, hey, your little snowman thing is blown away. I'm like, son of a gun.
All right, number 2, set up a Christmas tree.
That we also did.
And number 1, do you have a guess for what the number 1 most popular Christmas tradition is?
Is it one gift on Christmas Eve?
Mm-mm.
What is it?
Watch Christmas movies.
Oh.
Yeah, and I also have a list of the top performing Christmas movies based on ticket sales.
Cool.
Okay, so the top Christmas movies. I want to see, these are the top 10. Can you guess any of them? I'll tell you if they're on the list.
I'm going to say Elf.
Yep, that's number 5.
Let's see, what other Christmas movies? A Christmas Carol?
Yep, that's number 3.
Is it Jim Carrey? Or is it just
It just says A Christmas Carol. I don't
Okay.
know for sure.
Die Hard?
No, that's not on the list.
Bruce Willis actually came in and said that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Well,
but
Bruce Willis is wrong.
I was going to say, like, Bruce, you did a great job acting in it, but we'll take it from here.
All right, you got 2 of them. Any other guesses?
Let's see. I'm trying to just think of Christmas movies in general. A Christmas Story?
No.
Really? Interesting.
Wow, that one is one of my favorites. I'm a little offended it's not on the list.
No, I don't know any of this.
Okay, so starting at number 10 is 4 Christmases. And these are just the top performing Christmas movies.
Okay.
So like the most watched.
Gotcha.
So 4 Christmases is number 10. Number 9 is The Santa Claus 2,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this one.
the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 is The Nutcracker and the Four Realms. Number 7 is The Santa Claus. Number 6 is The Holiday. Number 5 is Elf. Number 4, The Polar Express. Number 3, Christmas Carol. Number 2, Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And number 1, The Grinch.
The cartoon one, I'm guessing.
I don't
maybe.
know. I
I
think
don't
the
know.
cartoon one is the Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole
Oh,
Christmas.
so the Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
Dr.
I
Seuss.
think that one's number 1.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, so next list we got is the 12 additional unique Christmas traditions from around the world. All right, so in Germany, actually, is this in Germany?
Is it Krampus?
No.
Oh.
So the first one on the list is Shop German Christmas Markets. Countless German cities like Berlin, Munich, Nuremberg, and Dusseldorf host impressive Christkindl markets or Christmas markets. That makes sense. Where locals and tourists can shop handmade souvenirs and seasonal themed edible treats like Lebkuchen and or what? Okay, and Verfunus. I can't do that. It's
Just skip over this.
Verfunus. So yeah, just selling Christmas treats, I guess, in Germany.
Let's go to Germany.
Okay. Next one is ugly Christmas sweater parties. Oh, wait, we've done a couple of those. Those are fun.
Yeah. Does that say specifically where that's popular? Or?
Nope.
So I'm
Just
assuming
no,
that's
just
pretty popular here.
it is, yeah. Attempt a polar bear plunge. I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna read that. Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
It's when you like strip down and then you dunk in
Oh
ice water.
no! Oh
yeah.
no! No thanks.
Read it. What does it say?
It says, how would you like to take a nice swim in freezing cold water on Christmas morning? This may not be for you, but hundreds of people in Brighton, England, schedule a Christmas Day dip every year with just a swimsuit and their Santa hat. This tradition is not exclusive to Brighton, but also practiced in London, Serpentine Lake, Sandy Cove, Dublin, and plenty of other cold bodies of water around the world. The thought of jumping in frigid Irish waters on Christmas morning is not for everyone. I mean, I'd like to spend Christmas in Ireland, but I mean, I don't know if I'd take part in the
I'd rather go to those what are they, like the hot springs in Ireland?
Let's go.
The hot water, not the cold water.
All right, next one is Feast on KFC.
What?
While Christmas is not viewed as a huge celebration in Japan, a fairly new tradition has emerged in which families enjoy a feast of Kentucky Fried Chicken on Christmas Day.
In Japan?
Yeah.
What the heck?
I think I heard about that at one point. Maybe not.
That's so
I don't know.
random.
That sounds
But then
familiar,
again, we're also getting Chinese food on Christmas.
All right. Hide the brooms. One of Norway's Christmas Eve traditions that dates back centuries is the act of hiding old brooms in the house. This act deprives the witches and evil spirits of finding something to ride on.
Hide the broom.
Hide the broom.
On Christmas Eve?
Yep.
Let's do it. We only have one broom.
But Courtney, how are you going to get around?
Myles, shut up.
I just called you a witch.
Yeah, I'm not a witch. I'm your wife. And after that, I'm not sure I want to be that anymore.
That's fair. All right. Roller skate down city streets. That sounds pretty fun.
Sounds dangerous.
Yeah. Step back in time at a Dickens fair.
A what?
A Dickens fair.
What's
like
that?
Charles Dickens.
Oh.
I'm guessing. Well, maybe not. Let me read it. Numerous cities throughout the US and Europe host a Dickens fair tradition each holiday season. San Francisco has been hosting one annually since 1970. Attendees will feel as though they have time traveled back in... That doesn't make... This is what it says. I'm reading this word for word. As though they have time traveled back in time. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay, maybe I'm just stupid. To a Victorian London setting where old-timey vernacular is used, vintage clothing is adorned, and bangers and mash are served at every other food stall. I'm guessing Charles Dickens.
That would make sense, yeah.
Next one is building giant lanterns.
Oh.
That sounds interesting.
Sounds fun.
Attending a Krampus parade.
Ha! Krampus. That was my first guess.
Yes. View the Yule goat.
What's the Yule goat?
In Sweden, they construct a giant straw goat known as the Yule goat, which is over 42 feet high, 23 feet wide, and weighs over 3 tons. Dang. They make that?
Why?
I don't know. Every year the goat is built in the same spot. If you're not able to view the Yule goat in person, you can watch a live stream from the first Sunday of Advent until after it is taken down at the beginning of the new year. More recently, vandals have been setting the Yule goats on fire, which is easy prey given that it is made of straw.
Aw.
Doesn't say why they do it, but...
That's sad, though, like, this tradition, people are vandalizing it.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Ice skating downtown in New York. And
Cool.
eating fried caterpillars.
No, thank you.
Do you want me to read this one?
Sure.
If roast turkey or ham does not seem appetizing for Christmas dinner, then how about fried caterpillars?
No, thanks.
This delicacy can be enjoyed in South Africa at Christmas. The pine tree emperor moth, also known as the Christmas caterpillar, is covered in different colors and is said to give a little extra luck in the new year to all those who eat it.
Ew.
Well, hey, if you want good luck.
I mean, I'm a little desperate for luck with this upcoming year, considering the past few years that we've all been through, but I'm not that desperate.
Yeah.
Well, fun. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, I think it's been funny. Like, this isn't really Christmas related, but like, you know, over the past few years, like 2020 I think is when it started. Like 2020 is going to be my year, beginning of a new decade. And then COVID started, a huge outbreak in the States.
Yep.
Like, psych.
Everyone's like all up in arms about it. Like, nobody claim this as your year.
Yeah. That was
Awesome. Well, Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in and for sharing your stories with us. Harper is also very excited.
And she has pen on her face.
Yep, she drew on her face. Yeah, we're gonna go and enjoy the rest of our Christmas Eve, and I'm gonna get this episode out to everyone for you to listen to.
Make this a holiday tradition, is to listen to our podcast on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, make this your favorite tradition.
Tell your friends.
Bring us with you wherever you go.
Yes.
Anyways, we hope you guys have a good one. And just one last note, don't eat yellow snow.
But it's lemon flavored.